Well, first of all, congratulations to Arkansas. Coach Van Horn, his staff, players, fans. What an awesome achievement for them, and just a neat experience for our program and fans to play here. Thought that Jared got off to a good start, punched the leadoff hitter out on 3 pitches, and then they got some good swings on him, and he did a great job of keeping us in the ball game, and we just could never scratch. Wicklander was great, and everybody that came in from after him was outstanding as well. So certainly the best team and the team that played the best won this tournament, and we'll wish them the best of luck next week.
Raise your hand and we'll get a mic to you for questions for the student athletes. Bob?
For Josh, what impressed you about Wicklander and I guess the relievers as well?
They just, they came right after us, threw a lot of strikes, and they're sticking their off speed whenever they wanted to, and they're coming both sides of the plate. So pretty much doing a lot of things right.
Anything about Wicklander that impressed you? Anything about Wicklander that impressed you in particular?
Yeah, he had his fastball was good, both sides of the play, and then he was really working that slider in on us.
Stephen?
Jared, anything you can pinpoint in the first inning? Did you lose command of your off-speed stuff, or?
Yeah, they just kind of caught me before I got my rhythm. It happens a lot, especially for myself that's been struggling most of the year. But I think I held myself well and kept us in the ball game and gave us the best chance we could. I did what I was supposed to do.
What kind of settled you down where you did get the rhythm and help them off?
No, I just kept competing. I knew it was going to click eventually. Keep making pitches and get themselves out. It wasn't special. It wasn't anything knick-knack to it. I was just doing what I was supposed to do.
Stephen? Bob?
Jared, what was the pitch on the Goodhart home run? And it seemed like Arkansas did a really good job with 2 strikes and 2 outs tonight. What did you think of their, clutch hitting?
Sure, yeah. Well, my slider wasn't as it normally was, but I doing a decent spot. Just got to get hold of it, and he's been seeing that slider all game long, so put a good swing on it and tip my hat to him. That's all I can do.
Jared, have you had time to reflect at all on your 4 years or 5 years at TCU and how difficult the last 2 years have been with the injury and such?
Yeah, it's been definitely a grind for the past 2 years, ups and downs, and but I haven't really fully reflected on it yet. I'll have time to do that in the meantime. But it's been a roller coaster of emotions for me. It's been the ups, the greatest ups you can ever think about, and the lowest of the lows. So I've talked to Slosh about it, and I've done everything a college baseball pitcher can do. Been redshirted, been hurt, and then had some great years and had some not so great years. So I have all the coaches to thank and the fans and my teammates for pushing me along through these past 2 years. It hasn't been as enjoyable as most, but it's been worth it.
Nate?
Josh, just how much is playing in the afternoon take out of y'all against Central Connecticut in the heat?
We knew it was going to be a long day for us, and with us, we're just coming out and enjoying it, and it's another day to play baseball, and so it was hot, but I don't think that played much into anything tonight's game. They just came out and they played well.
Josh, similar question to Jared. Is it? I know it just happened, but is it? Do you reflect back on your career and the record that you got today, and had nothing but good feelings?
These past 4 years have been amazing, and TCU's given me more than I can ask for, and I'll be forever thankful for this coaching staff, these teammates, the program, and all the fans and everything that goes into it. But no, I haven't had enough time to reflect on it, but I've just enjoyed every second of it.
Any more questions for the student athletes? Gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right, same thing for Coach Schlossnagle. Raise your hand, we'll get a mic to you. Bob?
Coach, I guess playing Arkansas twice, what impressed you the most about him?
Well, certainly they're pitching. You know, they just smother you with strikes, or at least they did in the games in which I saw. You know, guys do multiple things, right, left. You know, some guys pitching off their breaking balls. They all have, you know, power arms and what you'd expect from, like I said yesterday, a team that played for a national title last year and is certainly set up to do the same thing. And then from a lineup standpoint, you know, just a lot of athleticism, just a lot of good baseball players, like, you know, Fletcher, and obviously Casey Martin is a tooled up player, but they're just they're fun to watch when you're in the stands. It's not that fun in the other dugout, but just baseball players, you know, and get guys that they compete throughout an entire at bat, may look bad on one swing and then get right back into the at bat, and so you know, they're going to be tough to beat. There's no doubt about it, especially if Campbell and you know, the other starters give them a shot, because if they can get to that bullpen with a lead, man, it's awful tough.
So,
Jim, was Jared's ability to flush that first inning and get into the fifth inning for y'all, was that vintage Jared to some degree?
Yeah, I mean, he made some great pitches. You know, the difference is when he made a bad one, they made him pay for it. And how many runs were with 2 outs? We're in 4 of the runs at least, probably, with 2 outs. So, you know, timely hitting, and that's what championship teams do. You know, and we've had those moments. We've had those moments this year, just not enough of them.
I'm sorry. No, you go ahead.
Jim, I was going to ask you about Jared and what he's meant to your program and what kind of character he showed through these last 2 years.
I mean, he's as good a pitcher as there's ever been at TCU, and like he said, he's done everything. He's redshirted. He's been told he's not good enough. He's fought back from that. He led us to the World Series multiple times. He's pitched as a reliever. He's pitched as a starter. He's been hurt. He's been drafted and said no twice. He could have gone on to professional baseball. So he's given this program way more than we've given him, and I'm forever grateful. It's an honor to have coached him for 5 years.
Bob?
Coach, you kind of hit on this a minute ago, but you obviously know what a World Series team looks like because you've coached a bunch of them. I mean, does Arkansas look like a World Series team to you? And
yeah, it looked like a national champion. I mean, we played Vanderbilt early in the year, and I know, you know, we saw one of the freshman pitcher that's a lot better now than he was then, but you know, Vanderbilt's awesome. They have a great offense, very, very balanced, but just from what I've seen, Arkansas throws a lot more strikes, and you know, we'll see. There's certainly room for both of them in Omaha, but and I haven't seen all the other teams, but yeah, there's no question that's an Omaha club. They just have to go play like it, and sometimes it always doesn't turn out that way. Just ask some of the national seeds who have lost, but I'm sure Coach Van Horn's he's a Hall of Fame coach, and his staff they'll have them ready to go, and you know, playing here with this fan base and the energy in the ballpark, it'd be a great weekend next weekend for sure.